Holy fucking shitballs, Batman, that game was nuts.
You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, proud member of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network, companion podcast of PJ4F.com, the #1 podcast in Raider Nation. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. This episode brought to you by OneNation Fanwear. Check them out at onenationfanwear.com. Yo, it's time to pillage another podcast. I'm Kenny Stapler. What are you drinking, Bobby Wasabi?
I'm drinking some Bear Bottle beer right now, but I can't see you. Where are you at, Kenny?
My bad. Let me fix that for you. You tell the folks about this beer.
Alrighty.
And then we're going to tell them why Che's not here.
Alrighty.
This one, we're pouring this one out for Che. He's alive.
This right here is a Small Secrets Hazy Pale Ale. Normally we got the old IPAs, but look at that right there. Look at that. And it's actually green in there. That's why some of this stuff looks kind of weird right now. So let's go ahead and pour this out. It's from, like I said, Bear Bottle Brewing Company. Some good beer right there. Che actually put me onto this right here. Let's check out this pour. Oh, yes. Look at that. Nice and clear, actually. I thought there was going to be some sort of craziness going on. Actually, no, it's not that clear. It's a little hazy, but not too. Oh, hey, there's Kenny.
Hi.
I knew you were somewhere there. I knew it. But here's this chela right here for my brother, Che. Salud, brother.
So Che could not be with us tonight. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. That's all I'll say. But we're riding for you, brother. We're looking forward to seeing your face again. But you take care of you, bro. I don't even know what else to say, man. We love you, dog.
Always, brother. We always love you, man. We always here for you. And we always drinking chelas. So that's right. Che's not here. Bobby is filling in as Che. That's why the name's right there. I'll do my best job. I mean, but my hair isn't as long as his, but I can scream, you got right. I think that was it.
So what's the flavor like on that brew, man?
Dude, it's pretty smooth. It's very crushable, believe it or not. But then again, it's like a 5.8, I believe.
Okay, so that's an entry level.
Yeah, definitely, dude. But it definitely do got some good flavor aid and whatnot.
Is that going in the blue bin? Is that going in the blue cooler?
I believe this definitely would be Che approved, blue cooler approved.
All right.
This is not going to go hang out with those White Claws.
All right, good.
Nah, dude.
Good to know.
Yeah, White Claws hang out outside of the parking lot.
Quick roll call, real fast. Looking at the chat, we got Manny Gomez, we got Chevy Raider. What's good? Raider Tori, good to see you back. Patrina Satfield, what's up, girl? Big shout out to you. Patrina donated another $25 via PayPal. And from what I understand, got up the nerve to leave her first voicemail tonight. So
really,
that's exciting. Yep. I saw Dapper Dan checked in earlier. We don't see him too much in the chat as much anymore, but I know he listens along. Shout out to Dapper Dan. Love you too, bro. I miss your face, man. I miss working with you, but we'll get back to business as soon as this madness is all over. Shout out to Silky Slim, Damage Incorporated, up early as usual after this Raiders dub. Raider Nug, our moderator, watch out. He's dropping the hammer. And, of course, our good brother, Pillaging Pete, Eddie Raider 714, and my brother in Kansas City, Gent. What's good, man? Good to see you. Hopefully you're still with us. In the chat is what I mean. John Shreve, shout out. Mile High Raider, what's good? Clifford Absher, he says, what's up? Pillaging Podcast, what's up with you, dog? Raider Rich, Lucas Fuller, it's good to see all of you guys in there. Enamel Red, James Lyles. It's a busy chat tonight. It's a busy chat. Raider Loke, the good doc, always good to see you, man. I miss our tailgate conversations. We'd go deep. Juice, what's good, man? Right down the street, yet so far away. Diego Lopez, rolling dubs back in the house. He was bringing that heat last week. Good to see you back. Raider Rue, where the hell have you been? You only show up after wins. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, Rue.
Rue was over there trying to plot to take over PG's job, bro. That's what he's doing.
So he's busy. I get that.
He's busy working up his resume, bro.
I get that.
Because he hates him.
In that case, why the hell are you still here, Rue? Come on, man. Get back to the
get that job.
Get back to the dark room, man. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at Pillaging Pod. You can follow this man to my left at Bobby Wasabi 4080, Che _PJ4F, myself at Kenny Stapler, and the illustrious Kane. You can follow him at Kane MT6. Shout out right off the bat to Raider Rich with a $5 donation in Super Chat. He says, "What up? 7-5 isn't too bad. Just win, baby."
Salute.
Yeah, I got some thoughts on that. You could donate to the show via paypal.me/PJ4F, or you could donate right here on YouTube by hitting that little chat cash icon and let it rip. If you're feeling it and you want to support the show, please do so. If not, I'm just glad you're here with us rocking. Merchandise, as always, onenationfanwear.com. Enter the code PJ4F, all caps, at checkout. Get free shipping all season long. Tonight's show, we got a big show for you. We got some real Raider news from the week. We got the Week 13 post-game breakdown. And, of course, after W, as usual, we're opening the phone lines later in the show. We got 1 million voicemails to get through. We got Kane in this first segment. It's going to be a flamethrower, Bobby.
It's definitely a lot to talk about because this game, it's like I told Vinny, man, stressful was just the beginning of it. That's for sure.
How many years of your life did you lose today, man?
Dude, I think I switched over from like years to like dog years. I lost so many, bro. I like Bob was looking at me like, man, you old. Yeah. You dog old. That's why he's looking at me, you know. So I was like,
Little Bobo was looking at you like, I don't even know who this guy is right now. I don't even recognize this guy.
Starting to get all geriatric, bro. My knee was hurting. That's why I was like, W's coming, man. I shouldn't worry. That knee's acting up.
All right, let's get into some quick hits, man. Let's get into some quick hits. Marcus May calls out Jets defensive coordinator Greg Williams for the final defensive call in the game. If you were paying attention, you saw that was an all-out blitz with the nickel cheating up, linebackers cheating up, safeties cheating up, and Derek Carr just licking his chops, looking over there, seeing Henry Ruggs in one-on-one coverage against Marcus May. And Rugg, I mean, give May credit, man. He played well all game. Gave us a penalty when we needed one.
Oh, yeah.
We got straight up joked out of his shoelaces by Henry Ruggs on that give and go, man. That little hitch and go.
It's anybody will come up with an excuse at any particular point, but just admit it, man. You got burnt. You got burnt, and you got outcoached right then and there, dude. And that's what it was all about. I mean, just go ahead and say it was cool. That's it. I mean, you don't have to say it was cool, but you got.
Yeah,
that's it.
And I'm just going to reset this really quick because I'm looking at the chat. Just to be clear, we didn't have time to update our nameplates. So that's actually Bobby Wasabi sitting behind Shay's nameplate right there. But you know what? We're all the same person.
Hold on. There.
Let it fly, bro. Yeah, let it fly. Whip it around.
That's as much chair hair as I have right there.
That was that was the sound of Bobby's hair flapping in the wind.
Yeah.
By the way, I also have some Christmas lasers on the lawn. So if you see a red dot come across my forehead, don't panic. It's not a Jets fan or a Chiefs fan or a Niner fan or anything. It's just a Christmas laser. I actually got the Raiders projector on the side of the house too.
Yeah, I heard you had a crazy incident from having that up. Was it like the housing association that did that to you, or what the hell?
No, we don't have. Unfortunately, we don't. Fortunately, we don't have housing association. I got this projector, projects the Raider logos on the side of the house in spectacular fashion, might I add, and it goes all night long until midnight. We got egged, man. Side of the house got egged last year. Some salty ass Niner fan, I guess. I don't know.
I was just saying housing association because those people are crazy, man.
They're just the same people.
Yeah, whatever.
It's the same people. All right, let's keep it moving. Quick hits. The Browns, Dolphins, and Colts all win on Sunday, keeping the Raiders in the rearview mirror for now. Raiders do have games against the Colts and the Dolphins in the upcoming weeks. I'm going to say this. I said it before. I said it going into this season. Everyone was looking at the schedule saying, oh, it's an easy road down the backstretch. I said, pump the brakes, Raider Nation. All right? Pump the brakes because things change and nothing's easy in cold weather. I don't care. I know and I know 3 of these games, these are home games. I get that. But now look what you're looking at. You're looking at a 8-win Browns team, which we already beat. We're not going to catch them most likely. But you got a 7-win Colts team. You got a 7-win Dolphins team. And then you got your final game being played at 5,000 feet in the freezing cold out there in Mile High, Denver. It doesn't look so easy anymore, does it, Bobby?
It definitely did not look the way we projected it. The way that Phyllis Rivers has been able to actually gel with the Colts was a really big surprise to me. I did not expect to see that just because of the relationship that he had before in San Diego and then in Los Angeles that he had with his players there. And I was like, he felt comfortable. He gelled very well with them. They didn't do well, but that was what felt comfortable for him. So going to Indianapolis, I was like, T.Y. Hilton, I was like, I really don't see much happening right there. But to see him doing, not doing very well, it was a damn surprise to me. So it definitely made me reevaluate how much of a slobber knocker it was going to be going into Indianapolis. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, man. But what I do like about that game is we know everything there is to know about Phillip Rivers, and hopefully that plays into our advantage. Give a quick shout out here to Pillaging Pete. Thank you for the $10 donation in Super Chat. He says, as a carpenter and a Raiders fan, I've watched paint dry and listened to Brent Musburger on the radio. Same difference. He says, please come home, Greg Papa. I got a question for the chat. I got a question for callers. I got a question for Raider Nation. Would you take Greg Papa back if they allowed him back? Would you do so? I would, personally.
I would. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we've all said things when we've been hurt, but then again, that's family right there, bro. And family can piss you off. Family can say a lot of like messed up stuff that knows you because they know you, so they could say all this messed up stuff, and so they could definitely get you. And he was definitely speaking from a place of hurt. So
yeah,
dude, it's terrible listening to Musburger, bro. I've had to listen to him because I had to run down to the store or something, and I had to listen to it. And,
yeah.
Oh man, dude!
Jackpot, touchdown, Las Vegas,
and this has been brought to you by Modelo, the cerveza. Oh god, dude, you can't even say Richard right.
The Cerveza,
Richard. Dude, it's horrible.
Let me update my take on the Greg Papa situation. When we talked about it before, I mean, I was in Greg Papa's corner. I think he was calling out Mark Davis, and again, comparing him to his father Al. And now that time has passed on, I mean, I got a lot of love for Mark Davis, man. He's smarter than he looks. I'll say that. But I also feel like Greg Papa, he was speaking from the heart at the same time. I think both people were acting a bit reactional. And I think Greg Papa still has funk with the Raiders organization as a result of it. But I do know this. Greg Papa's got much love for Raider Nation. So I would definitely welcome him back with open arms.
Anytime, dude. Just come back, Papa, because, yeah, man, we all know that Lincoln Kennedy ain't Musburger's main man over there or whatever, dude. Just stop.
Man. Link and Greg Papa, that would be an insane duo. Insane.
Have you ever seen that shot in the video of them together when he's trying to talk to Lincoln and Lincoln's like not even looking at him?
Yeah.
He's like, whatever. He's like, yeah, that's right. That's right, Greg.
He's like, whatever, motherfucker. Shout out to Sal Salazar. Thank you, Sal, for the $24.99 donation. Very generous, man. That's a lot. Again, that's a lot of money, dog. He says, Bobby's got that DJ Quick flow in the back. Yeah, he does.
Hey, man, it's that DJ Quick COVID flow. I haven't cut this hair since March.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, my lady's like starting to look at me. She's like, "You have to cut that soon."
I like it,
dude.
I like it.
The idea was to go with the mullet, but then you know how like everything is kind of getting crazy, everything's getting like shut down and all that. And my lady is like, "Here you are trying to be, a smart ass and get a mullet and be funny, and then every barber's going to be closed and you're going to be stuck with that mullet."
It's true.
For the next year or whatever.
I'll buzz you up, man. I got the cutters right there in the bathroom.
You know what? I'm just going to let it ride, bro.
I like it, man. I like it.
It's those curls, bro.
I like it. You know what it says? It says, I don't give a fuck.
That's right.
And
that's how I do.
And you got that easy E look with the hat. I like it, dude.
And I'm short.
It's gangster, bro. It's gangster. Yeah. Here's a little gangster, short in size. There you go. Shout out to Raider Loke 999 in the super chat.
Salud.
He says, "Shout out to Furrow for coming back and keeping us in this game. Cheers!" As I raise his Pacific Plate Brewing Co. Mango IPA with Citra and Centennial hops. Two of my favorite hops. I hope that beer sounds delicious, man. Pound it, savor it, but pound it.
See that? It's because of Chez's good advice that he's out there encouraging Raider Nation to actually share their chelas as well. That's right. That's right, Chad. Do it.
A lot of good comments about the game, about players in the game today. That last one, no exception. We're going to dive into that. We're just getting through these quick hits right now. I have a lot to say about today's game. You might not like a lot of it. I'm just saying that right now. All right, let's keep it moving. Quick hits. LA teams, the Rams and the Chargers, could finish the season playing home games in Allegiant Stadium. Did you hear me? The Chargers and Rams might finish the season playing games in Allegiant Stadium. Well, guess what? You're not welcome here, bro. Hey, we tried to be in LA with y'all. Fuck you.
I thought we agreed. You stay on your side of the sandbox, and we'll stay in our sandbox. Not just our side, our whole sandbox. Y'all ain't even supposed to be near us, dude. Go to Arizona with the freaking funnel cakes over there.
Yeah.
Right? Now they're the what? The
Glendale Niners.
That's right, Glendale.
Yeah.
Where the hell is Glendale?
It's in Arizona. It's in Arizona, man. They got to go play in their rival state, man.
Oh, man, dude. That's awesome.
So all of this, obviously, as a result of the shutdowns in California imposed by Governor Gavin Newsom. Mark Davis, in response, wrote a letter to Gavin. It says, "Dear Gavin, fuck you. Sincerely, Mark Davis." Actually, so this was being talked about. The Raiders were in talks about this. This is highly unlikely, given the fact that 3 of the Raiders' last, 5 games are going to be played at home. Sorry, 3. I think 3 of the last 4. My bad. 4 games left on the schedule. So yeah, 3 of the last 4 games to be played in Allegiant. That's just too much of a scheduling nightmare. They've already moved the Miami game around. I just don't see this happening. I think it's laughable that they even talked about it when the NFL wanted nothing to do with us in Los Angeles, and now you come into our doorstep. You can kick rocks.
Well, there's plenty of space over there. What was it in Area 51? They could be part of that whole failed, mass of people that were supposed to go invade. There you go. Go out there. There's plenty of space out there. Instead of our area.
Go somewhere, bro.
Yeah, just don't go near us. Just stay away. Far away.
You can go play in Tracy, California, because ain't nobody staying at home and ain't nobody wearing masks out there. Trust me, I was just there. Yeah, the shady-ass redneck bar in the course I was at, nobody's wearing masks. Everyone smelled like farts inside. It was not safe.
Damn, dude. Were they cleaning out the grease traps or what the hell?
It smelled like the swamp.
Yeah. It smelled like fucking ass swamp.
Yeah, it smelled like the water hazards. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Quick hits. And that's the sound of both LA teams kicking rocks, incidentally. The Raiders signed defensive end Vic Beasley. Did you see him on the field today? I know he was activated.
I thought I heard his name out there. He was wearing 51 from what I heard.
Right.
So I think he was out there. I'm not really sure.
I was keying on Clee. Raiders signed him. Paul Gunther had this to say about Vic. He said he's got really good first-step quickness. He's really smart. He's picked up the playbook. He doesn't say a lot. He's a very coachable guy, so he's been a pleasure to add, and hopefully we get him up here in short order. I'm lukewarm excited about this. I'm ready to give anybody a shot at that end. I'm ready to fortify that rotation. As you guys know, Nassib was not activated today. He was out with injury today. So, shore it up, man. Get some fresh bodies on the line. The good thing, what I like about this is Vic has been a proven starter in the past. He's been spotty. He's been inconsistent. As you know, he didn't show up for camp when he was with Tennessee. Kind of caused some ripple effects. It sounds like he's got his head down and he's playing humble and he's ready to work. So I'm with that. What I like about it is we're not relying on him to be a starter. So I'm for this.
Exactly. Because a lot of the times we're out there fishing in free agency and expecting that to be the answer. Oh my God, this person's going to come in and fix everything. Like, we need backups. That's what we need right now. We're just inquiring for backups. We're not looking for starters. We're not trying to drop buku money. None of that type of crap. Just, bring your lunch pail and get to work.
That's it.
That's it. Nothing else.
Just do it. Quick hits. Congratulations on the Carr family on the birth of their fourth child, baby girl Brooklyn May Carr. Shout out to you guys.
Salute.
Building a little basketball team over there.
That's right, and I think that's his first girl because he has all boys, right?
That's right. It's his first girl. Also, I believe the birth happened 24 hours after the last loss, which he said was great because he put the loss behind him and had a really beautiful thing happen in his life. Easier for him to move on. Obviously, easy to move on after something like that. So, congratulations, guys. Carr family, you guys are always smiling. Like to see it. Love to see it. Keep it moving. He
was actually joking with his kids, saying that his daughter is actually his favorite because she came out the fastest. so I guess the boys took a while to come out. So he's like, "Yep, she's my favorite."
You like that quick handoff, huh?
Hey, that's how he had to do it, man. It's like, cool, let's go. Gotta go play.
Well, the more you have, the faster they come out. Hey, quick hits. Lastly, Chiefs and Broncos playing right now. The Broncos giving the Chiefs a run for the money. I love it. This is basically the Broncos Super Bowl this week. In fact, let's get an update on that game. Where are we at right now in that game?
Hey, when we checked it out last time, man, it was, yeah, dude, the Broncos were definitely making the Chiefs sweat.
The scoreboard right now is 19-16 KC pulled ahead. They got 10 and a half minutes left. You guys are probably already watching this. Most of you guys this game is over. But you know what? I'm going to play radio guy and continue to update you on that as we move forward. And that was Quick Hits.
Cheer.
All right, next up, we got I got a little injury update. I mean, we kind of just do these. It's after the game, but what have you. Let's just do it anyways. Jacobs, as you guys know, inactive for the day. Take what you need, Josh, to get better. We're going to need you on this run. I really wanted to see you in this game, but shout out to Riddick and Booker for getting the job done today. Only 75 yards on the ground, but hey, you were in there. 24 rushes, more than the 7 we had last week or whatever the hell it was. Jen, I was talking to Jen on the phone. He's like, "No, they should give Jacobs a week off." And I was like, "Jen, they gave him this week off." And that was last week. I was like, he ran the ball like 5 times, bro. The vacation time's over. I don't care about that ankle.
Yeah, that's true, man. He definitely had a time off right there.
No, Jacobs, we're going to need him, though.
But what was awesome is that seeing that blocking, man, from the running backs, dude. I loved it, dude.
Yeah.
I loved it when one of the linemen, somebody slipped by, and all of a sudden, boom, Riddick's right there to pick him up. And I was like, I was telling my lady because she was watching the game with me. I was like, "You see that?" She's like, "Yeah." She picked him up, and I was like, "That's called leverage right there, babe."
Yeah.
I'm like, you get low enough, I'm like, you can pick up anybody. Just throw him on the floor and just bam.
Yeah. He damn near saved Carr's career right there with that block.
Oh, yeah.
He was about to get a snot bubble. Abram was out today with a knee injury. His absence was definitely felt in that secondary. This was not a physical defensive game. Up front, we saw from Cleveland. We're going to talk about that, but that secondary is mighty thin right now. Mighty thin. I just saw it in the chat, and I agree. I was about to say the same thing, Brew. I'm sorry. It was the good doc. I was about to say the same thing. Damon Arnett leaving with a concussion. Give that guy some time off, man. Arnett's been through it this year.
Dude, Arnett had to be taken to the side by the Zebras, man. I mean, normally they hate us, and they probably would have, let him in there, but they saw him, and they actually took mercy on him. They're like, you know what? Get him out of here, man.
Yeah,
dude. We got to let these kids, rest up a little bit, man, because we want them to come back and be out there hitting the way, Abram be hitting, dude. Just laying the wood. That's what we want you to do.
Yeah.
We don't want you to hurt yourself trying to do that, trying to impress us, man.
Yeah, facts. Big facts. Arnett left with a concussion, did not come back. Isaiah Johnson was out. We missed that too. Johnson, man, playing well. A guy that came back this week, and I don't know if I said it last week or not, but we jumped on his back a lot early in the season. We were definitely all over him last season. But a guy that's actually been making an impact in that secondary is LaMarcus Joyner. He was back today, and I was very happy to see that. You
really have been pounding the table for him, man.
Yeah.
I've definitely was. Everybody was paying more attention to Littleton. Littleton this, Littleton that, and obviously we've seen nothing from Littleton. Mm-hmm. If anything, he's sidelined right now. So, yeah, dude, Joyner for damn sure, dude. Stepped up.
Yeah. Go ahead and smash that like button if you like what you see from Joyner right now. In fact, just if you're here in the chat, you should already be hitting that like button. Please hit that like button.
Do it.
And if you're not hitting the like button, I got one question for you.
How come you coach him but not me?
By popular demand.
Yo, I loved it how everybody was dropping those gifts, bro.
They're coming hard with the blood sport. You know, that's hey.
That's gonna be the next transition, bro. We need a transition backdrop like that.
Also out today was John Simpson, who's been out. Carl Nassib was out today. Also missed today, I feel. Now Simpson's been playing well on the edge. I like the way he gets his arms up on pass plays as well. He's a disruptor. Sam Young was in at right tackle today for Brandon Parker and Trent Brown. Trent Brown was activated but did not play. It's going to take him about a week to get back up to speed, get his fluids up, get some electrolytes in that big boy. Give him a fruit by the foot. What the hell? Get him back on the field against the Colts.
He might need one of those organic fruit by the foot, man. That way he could stay light on his feet, man. We don't need you messing up your ankles or nothing like that, bro. Stop jumping up blocks. You know, those squares and all that, dude. Just take care of yourself, man.
Right?
Stop trying to show off. Period. Just go out there and do your job.
Oh man, I think it's time to call Kane, bro.
I think so.
Yeah.
Is Kane ready? Because I know he's gonna have a lot to say about this game. I was gonna text him, and I was like, man, I'm afraid if I text him, like he's gonna run my battery low, dude.
Yeah, that's why he's one of the first people I want to call after the game. Him, and then Gent, obviously you guys, but then I don't because I feel like then I talk myself out and. Things aren't the same when you say them the second time, so I just kind of save it all in, and I wait to talk to Kane here live on air. We don't plan any of this shit. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, smash that. Raider Nug says, smash that like button if you almost had a heart attack today. Damn near everybody should be in that like button.
Yeah, dude. Let me smash the like button if I haven't already.
Yeah, Jets fans too. Jets fans too. It was both sides, man. We were all in this.
Oh man, dude, smash that like button. If you've ever had to stand in freezing cold rain for one of them Taylor sandwiches.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That would be me. I'm in that gang.
Dude, you had your feet right next to that barbecue grill there. Thought you were going to cook your feet, man.
I had my feet in the barbecue grill, bro. I was sitting on the edge of it, my feet in. I thought I was at a hot tub, bro. I was just chilling. Anyways, let's go to Kane. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with Kane's Corner.
Cheer.
And we're back. Joining us on air is the illustrious Raider Kane. Kane, what's cracking, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. What's happening with y'all today, man?
You know, semi-basking in this win. I got some reservations. I don't feel 100% about it. It's a win. I'm going to take it. I'm happy we got out of there with a W. The name of this episode is Escape from New York. And we're bringing you on to help us make sense out of all this, man. Like I said, I'll take it, but I don't like it. You know what I don't like about it, Kane? They're calling this the Raiders' miracle victory over the Jets. Say that really slow and tell me it doesn't piss you off. Raiders' miracle victory against the Jets. If the Jets won, this would have been a miracle. We're supposed to win this game.
Hey, man, you know, it's one of them games where you had to travel across the country and, you know, you facing a team that's on 11. They looking to get a victory, and they've been beating you, the last 6 times you've been there, you lost. So, you know, the numbers didn't look too good for the Raiders this week. But we like you said, we escaped from New York, man. I mean, you couldn't look. I didn't think it was going to be a victory. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be a blowout. I didn't think we was going to go in there and just blow this team out and just make a statement like, oh, you know, here we are, we back. You know, we got our chest poked out. Yeah, we fucked up the last 2 weeks, but we finna show y'all. No, I didn't really think that was gonna happen today, man. I kind of expected that it would be a close game like this, and it was.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that. You know, that's what I've been thinking all week. That's what the league has been. I mean, you know, most writers been thinking the same thing. You know, it's just we just got to win. That's all we needed. We needed to win. Did we need to win convincingly? No, we needed to win, and we got one. So there we go. It wasn't convincing, not at all.
Yeah,
but we got the win.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been saying trap game for the last 3 weeks, and damn near it was. In fact, when we revisited our predictions, me, you, and Bobby all had this as a loss before the season, and we committed to that just a few weeks ago when we revisited these things because we were there last year and we saw what it felt like, we saw what it looked like, and even coming off of last week. You know, starting to wonder, are these young cats hitting the wall? Is this team falling apart? But I will say this. It wasn't pretty, but this team did not quit at all in this game. It was a dogfight, but they did not quit.
Absolutely. I agree with you with that. I think the defense finally gave us something to look at. You know, it wasn't a week where you'd be like, God damn it. Damn. No, it was like, wow. Play after play. Cleveland Farrell showed up this week, big time, you know, after being out a couple weeks. You know, Max Crosby looked great. You know, Jonathan Hankins, you definitely got to re-sign this cat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know, they showed up this week, man. D-line, major props out to the D-line this week, man. Y'all did a good job. You know, they ran the ball a little bit on us, but you kept us in the game. And that's all we can ask for with this defense at this point. Bend but don't break. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bend but don't break.
The D-line was making plays in clutch moments. Clee exits this game with 3 QB hits, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Easy to say defensive MVP for this game. Would you agree with that?
Oh, Farrell, absolutely. Without a doubt. Farrell is the defensive MVP. Showed up this week big time. You know, 2 strip sacks. And what he had, I think, 2 strip sacks and an individual sack. He run stop in the back. You know, he had a couple of behind the line tackles on the running back.
Yep.
I mean, this guy was all over the field today. So we got to give it up to him.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, I'm gonna definitely give that defensive MVP to Farrell today. Absolutely, without a doubt.
I think if this secondary is healthy, this game isn't as close as it was. I think this defense is a little bit better than what we've seen, and we just haven't seen it at full strength for the majority of the year. And Clee coming back, you know, I listened to his interview after the game, definitely came back with a chip on his shoulder. You know, he said in his post-game interview that he felt like the reason why they lost last week is because he wasn't playing. Some might look at that and being, that's a little self-centered. No, that's a guy that knows he needs to be on the field. That's a guy that's craving that playing time. That's a guy that knows he's a leader on this squad, and he has a responsibility to lead this unit, and that's exactly what he did today.
Not only that, too, but he wants to prove it because everybody has been cracking on him saying, oh, well, this was your first round pick and blah, blah, blah. So he has something else to prove as well, the same way that Colton Miller had a lot to prove as well. That's why he played through all of that pain that he played through. He had a messed up knee and all that bandaged up, and he still kept going out there day in and day out and trying to make it happen. And with Clee, he had to be out, unfortunately, for those couple days, but y'all said it the best too, man. Like, we need him out there, and today he demonstrated why it is that we need him out there, man.
Yep. And we need a second Nick Kwiatkowski. That's what we need. He still gave up 200 yards on the ground. Very concerning. Very, very concerning. Let me say this. We talk about the defensive line. Let me know what you think about this, Kane, Bobby. There is something wrong with this offensive line, and they're not saying it. These guys are playing injured. One thing that stands out to me is I can't remember a season in recent history where Gabe Jackson has played every single game. And Gabe Jackson, to his credit, has been there every game this year playing lights out. Except the last 2 weeks. Gabe Jackson, Colton Miller, of course, that right tackle position has been a rotating door. The last 2 weeks it's been shaking. Colton Miller, I fear, is injured. Gabe Jackson, I fear, is injured. Hopefully Trent Brown can come back refreshed. Rodney Hudson playing well. But Rodney Hudson doesn't miss snaps regardless. I kind of feel like Rodney's probably had that conversation with Gabe this year. You know, the conversation about there's a difference between playing hurt and playing injured, but I think these guys are playing injured. I think these are undisclosed injuries. What do you guys think about that? Because this whole line was rolling until last week.
Okay, I'll go first. Well, I mean, I feel like it's that time of the year. We're in December. We're in week 13, and so guys are going to be nicked up. Guys are going to have little injuries. Guys going to have to push through them. And there's probably some I don't want to say major something that they would have to report, but there's some nicks, some bangs, some bruises going on. That's the heart of our offense is our offensive line. So those guys work hard every week. Yep. So, with that being said, those guys probably got a little nicks and bangs, but they still pushing through it. Gabe Jackson and Colton Miller, it's starting to tear down a little bit. It's starting to wear and tear. The wear and tear is starting to show. But they still out there battling all week. I mean, who do we have to go to if we don't have those guys? So, props shout out to the offensive line for hanging in there and just fighting through this. But, we would like to have everybody healthy for the playoffs. And right now in December, everybody's nicked up. And this is the time of the year, if you want to make the playoffs, you got to fight through those little injuries, man. You know what I'm saying? Or those little things that don't get reported on the injury report.
Yeah.
You got to fight through them.
Yeah.
And this is that time of year. So a playoff team does that.
Yeah.
And especially the way this year has shaken out, it's more understandable that actually can be the underlying effect that's actually happening with our offensive line. I mean, you have to think about it. Look how many injuries have happened throughout the NFL because of the weird season that we've had. The lack of a real off season where, the guys were able to hang out with each other and try to work on their own. Plus, being out there, for training camp and whatnot, a lot has changed. So it is very quite possible. I definitely can see that.
And Sam Young had his worst game so far. He's done okay in spot duty. He was getting turned around all day today. So Trent Brown, hopefully Trent Brown coming back anchors us. We're able to run to that right side again. That's our bread and butter. We haven't seen that for a couple of weeks. You see it on the stat sheet. Major impact. We need Brown back. We need our starting right tackle back. And
did you see Trent Brown's tweet earlier today? I
didn't. No, I don't know.
I'm sick as fuck. Like with prayer hands.
Oh man.
And a heart. Like, what is he talking about? I mean, he might. We need Trent Brown back.
We need him back. And he had a rough go of it. So did Klee. I mean, Klee said that COVID kicked his ass. These guys. Yeah, they're big guys, but I mean, they run faster than me and you. At that size, these guys are athletes, man. Mm-hmm. These guys are specimens, man. And this shit is kicking their ass. A 6'7" offensive
400
lineman.
pounds and COVID don't look good.
No.
So I'm shot. I hope Trent Brown, fuck football, get back healthy, bro.
Yep.
And then also while you getting back healthy, we need you.
Yeah.
We need you.
Eddie Raider in the chat just said that Trent Brown's homie died, and that's what that tweet was about. So thanks for the context, Eddie. Appreciate that. And Beto too. Thank you very much. I did not know that. That's tragic. That's tragic.
This whole thing definitely affects a lot of different people different ways. Some people can be those asymptomatic, carriers or whatever, and they're fine. And then some other people, it just completely takes them out, and it takes a lot for them to get healthy and come back. So, be safe out there, everybody. Don't go out there carelessness or whatever.
So bright spot.
Wear a mask.
Jill.
But it's hard to watch because once again this week Carr was hit 6 times. I think he was hit like 5 times last week. He was sacked twice this week. He was sacked last week. He doesn't have the kind of time he had earlier on in the season, and we're starting to see that regression again. We saw this game ended in dramatic fashion, and I'm not taking anything away from Ruggs and Carr on that last play. That was, you're going to see that highlight over and over and over again as we move down the stretch. Anytime they mention Ruggs, they're going to replay that highlight. It was fantastic. It was amazing. That play could have ended twice before then. But, you see Derek Carr overthrow. You see Derek Carr underthrow. You're starting to see those lofty, deep balls again from Carr. And we've seen that he got back to his form, but we know where that comes from. It comes from being scared. It comes from being on the run. It comes from having to retreat and throw off that back foot. So it's really scary right now. What's happening with that offensive line, especially now that we're in win now mode. We got to win out. We got to win out this season. And check the PJ4F.com website, because every week we're posting a new article. Well, not a new article. We're posting a series of articles that have been a staple of our site for a while now. It's Tuck Rule Fool, one of our longtime blog contributors. He puts out the playoff pontificator. Yep, and he goes through all of the percentages and likelihoods of the Raiders making the playoffs and all the different outcomes and situations. And I know you read that kind of stuff on ESPN and everything every year, but we do have a writer that contributes directly to our blog, exclusively to our blog. He's a good writer. You should check out his work, man. He spends a lot of time on that. Shout out to Pillaging Pete. Pete, thanks for the $5 donation. He says, ask Kane who would win in a street fight between Lincoln Kennedy and Trent Brown.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna say Lincoln Kennedy. Lincoln Kennedy is a tough SOB. I'm Lincoln Kennedy hands down, bro. That's them two big motherfuckers, but Lincoln Kennedy hands down.
It's that big AFC championship ring he's got on the right hand, man. I've seen that thing up close and personal.
Yeah, that's right.
He came by the tailgate one year and you just put the fist out for the bump, but it was like right in my face, and I'm like, that's a big ass hand, that's a big ass ring. That ring I could have put 3 fingers in that ring, bro.
His fist was like the size of my head, bro.
Yeah, no.
like that ring was the size of like
Kennedy
my eyeball.
Is a friend of the show. We biased. I mean, that was. He's a friend of the show. Tell Trent Brown win an AFC championship. You can't even compare the two. This Lincoln Kennedy is a tough motherfucker.
Not only
for
that,
real.
He tough too, because Lincoln Kennedy don't shy away from mobbing out there in the tailgates.
Yeah,
and if somebody act up, he'll correct them.
And don't forget the time Lincoln Kennedy walked into the stands of Mile High Stadium and put the fear of God into a Denver Broncos fan. Don't forget that.
You ain't never seen Trent Brown do that. Trent Brown is...
Trent Brown was eating fruit by the foot, man.
Yeah. Lincoln Kennedy, the hands down.
Yeah, Lincoln Kennedy knocked the fruit roll up out of Trent Brown's mouth. I'll tell you that.
That was not even that's unfair, but okay. Lincoln Kennedy, hands down, man, hands down. Like, we know Lincoln Kennedy, like, not personally, but professionally, yeah, no, you hands down, Lincoln Kennedy, man.
Smack fire out your ass, man. Lincoln Kennedy all day. That was a good question. Thank you, Pete. Let's talk about the bright spot, man, of this Raiders offense. And once again, it seemed like it was this time last year that we had to rely on one guy to make it happen, and that guy is Darren Waller. And look where he is again this year. 8 catches for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns today. Darren Waller, offensive MVP, Kane?
Offensive MVP and my fantasy player MVP of the week.
Damn you, Kane! I can't believe you getting me with him. Of the week.
Hey, out there, me and Bobby is playing each other in fantasy football this week.
Damn, dog! I looked at the thing, and I was looking, just looking at the scores. I was like, all right, where the hell is Kane whooping me so hard? And I looked at, and I saw, I was like, oh man, he got Waller. I was like, that's not right, dude. You just put in the cheat code right there, bro. Messed up.
Hey, Waller had a great game today, man. And you know what? We needed Waller. I think we need Waller more so than ever right now, because Aguilar has been inconsistent with his pass catching these last 2 or 3 weeks. And, I think Carr, I was talking to the people. I was at the game. I was watching the game when I was like, I think Carr is going to eventually lose his confidence in Ruggs and Aguilar if these guys don't pick it up. And so it was good to see Ruggs make that last play, but it was great to see Waller, be the MVP of today. But at the end of the day, man, somebody got to step up, and Waller stepped up.
Well,
Waller stepped up. What he had 10 receptions for 113 yards or something.
Actually, the chat just reminded me he finished with 200 yards. Yeah, and I checked the box score, and when I was putting these stats
Oh,
in.
shit.
Yeah, 200 yards. Yep.
200 yards?
Massive.
Shit.
Yeah, you got me bad, bro. That's why I said
hey.
you got me bad on fucking fantasy points, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I knew it, bro. But you know what, Kane? I'm glad you brought up Aguilar and Ruggs, man, because as you saw out there, Ruggs wasn't 100%, and Carr was targeting Aguilar a lot more. And my question to you was going to be: do you think that not that he lost confidence in Ruggs, but that he never even got to actually build that confidence with him because he relied so much on Aguilar? Do you think that's probably why Ruggs is struggling right now so much?
That I agree with you with, Bobby, and also the fact that I'm going to give you just a real synopsis. When the Raiders drafted this guy, they knew that he was a work in progress. They knew that you can't teach speed, but he was going to be a work in understanding the route concepts, and he's not well at getting off press man coverage. That these are things that you can coach, but you can't coach speed. So that coming into it, we knew that when we drafted him, it was going to be some Thanos. Stop. We knew it was going to be. Sorry about that, y'all. We knew it was going to be some ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. We're seeing those ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? As far as Aguilar is concerned, Aguilar is just reverted back to Aguilar that we saw in Philadelphia. Some inconsistent. You can throw him the ball, you can put it right on point. He might catch it, he might not.
Well, here's the thing today, though.
And
I mean, there was a couple.
I'm kind of seeing with that.
There were several moments in today's game where Aguilar did his job, and Derek Carr could not connect with him. He was underthrowing him, overthrowing him, putting too high. So I think there's a little blame on both sides here. Aguilar had a rough game last week, but he was getting open out there today, and Derek Carr just could not link up with them. Hopefully, those guys can get back in sync because it was fun to see them gelling. Aguilar's doing a hell of a job getting open on this offense. But you're right. He's
getting open, but he's not doing a hell of a job catching passes. He's still inconsistent catching passes. Yes, he's getting open, but are you going to catch the pass when it gets to you? It's starting to be for me. I'm not speaking for the whole fan base. I'm just speaking for Kane. Are you going to catch the pass? Because for me, you've been rather inconsistent these last 2-3 weeks. From my standpoint,
I'll give you that. It's just some of those balls today very uncatchable. I will say that this week. Let's hope he can get back on track because we're going to need everything we can get going forward. So that leads me to the next question: who are you throwing in the truck this week? Who's the trash can player? The Reginald Nelson trash can player of the week.
Oh man, the Reginald Nelson trash can player of the week. Oh, fuck. I had this in my head coming into this. And, I was going to say at the beginning of this, I was going to say the defense, but then now the defense kind of stuck in there, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, shit, man. I mean, I don't really have a player this week. We won a fucking game that we could have lost. You know what I'm saying? To like throw anybody in the can this week will be, we like you said, escape from New York.
Yeah.
So
I got a guy.
I'm unless y'all got a suggestion, I don't really have one this week.
I got a guy.
Abram was missing and the safety still showed up.
Yeah.
If you want to blame Eric Harris, we can throw Eric Harris in there. But I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna easily throw it.
I'm gonna put Sam Young in there. I'm going to put Sam Young in there. We can't run to the right side. The right side was leaky all game. Derek Carr had to watch his blind side. He was getting chased from the back all damn game. I'm going to put Sam Young in there. And I know, Sam Young, I know you're backup. I know you didn't expect to play this much. But damn it, Sam Young, you've known this situation for several weeks now. And you got work today. And I know Quinnen Williams is on that side, lined up over Gabe Jackson. It's a lot of pressure over there. I know that. But I'm going to put Sam Young in there, man. The secondary, Raider Nug talking about the secondary. Yeah. Sorry, secondary was a liability this week, but you just had so many people dropping. You got Nevin Lawson back there. You got Nixon back there. I mean, these are not guys. These are not guys that you want to count on. Sam Young, we have to count on. We've had to count on.
Well, we're damn near bare bones when it comes to our backups on the offensive line, man. So You know what time it is, Sam Young, and you're lucky that we've had those blocking running backs.
Yeah.
Again, I'll repeat it. Those blocking running backs saved Derek Carr numerous
saved
times.
The game. Good take, Bobby. You 100% correct too. Without that's why I think we didn't see Booker for a minute. And I was wondering. I was like, damn, what's up? Why is Booker not in there? And I was like, oh, he's not a good pass blocker. You know what I'm saying? And because we didn't see him like in the first half, we saw him a couple times. And then, I started him in my fantasy, so I was definitely paying attention to him. And we didn't see him until like the second half of the game. You know what I'm saying? Too much. So you're right, Bobby. Good take on that. Like they had to do a lot of pass protecting today. I think this offensive line, and then Kenny had texted me earlier too, and was like, the offensive line is looking bad. You know what I'm saying? This offensive line is I don't know. At least we hanging in there, man. We're hanging in there.
Yeah.
You know, we miss Trent Brown. We miss Incognito. We need the whole offensive line back at some point. Are we ever going to get the line back that we signed and started out with that's the coaches would like to see? Are we ever going to get that line? I don't know. No. Hopefully they'll be back by the playoffs.
Yeah. And we know Incognito's season has ended. He had season-ending surgery. I think it was last month or 2 months ago. So we won't see him back this year. We may not ever see him back. I mean, he may retire after this, but thank God Denzel Good. He's doing a decent job in there with that right tackle. Get Trent Brown back in there next week. Hopefully Josh Jacobs is fresh and ready to go. And we got Abram back in there. Get a little bit more presence over the middle of the field. And we might be looking pretty good. We're going to need Abram versus Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And Trayvon Mullen, shout out. How about that that one-handed interception by Trayvon Mullen today?
Ooh.
How about that?
That's going to be the highlight for the century, bro. That's like I never saw somebody catch a pass going forward and then corral it and he literally caught that with one hand. Like he had his other arm wrapped around dude. Like he only secured it. With his other hand, he corralled that pass with one arm.
Damn near caught it with his armpit.
Wow, this dude is strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's an athlete right there, bro. That's a certified athlete right there. When you can actually contort yourself to catch that ball right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, that was clean, man. I was surprised. I loved it.
And right on cue, because I said last week, Trayvon Mullen's going to do big things for this organization. This kid is a star in the making. You don't see it. It's quiet over there. Right on cue, Trayvon Mullen intercepts the ball with his armpit. I'll take that.
And you know what, bro? I like how you said that. Quiet. Quiet star. I like that. I love that, actually. Mm-hmm. And you know what? We got two good cover corners. Arnett is a very physical. He need to calm down a little bit. Stop leading with your head, bro. We like your physicalness. You know what I'm saying? But let up a little bit. Take some paycheck hits, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you hurting yourself too much. And you a good cover corner. You keep leading with your head, bro. You can't keep doing that every week. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're going to start calling you Glass Arnett in a minute. You got to start. You're going to have to start, being smart, man, because he's a good corner. And very physical, but that physical shit gonna get you hurt. Yeah. Just like with Abram, he gonna have to learn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those two, he gonna have to learn, man. So even though those are two physical defensive backs, he got to stop leading with his head.
And Jeff Heath got a taste of that today too. Leaves the game with a concussion. Did not look good, but did leave the game. Left the game even after the game's done. Jeff Heath, the leading tackler on today's game. I never like to see a leading tackler in the secondary, but shout out Jeff Heath, man. You've been doing big things this year, and nobody saw that coming. So shout out to you, man. Hopefully everything's good up there in the brain cage. And Nick Kwiatkowski up there in the leading tacklers too, and also you had, you had a few guys up there. Who else did I see on that list? That was kind of surprising.
No, the defense showed up today, even though it was the defense. 28, 24 points, 25 points, whatever they gave up. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's better than the 31 you've been giving up. So.
And
it's an improvement.
Shout out for the second week in a row, Nicholas Morrow played well last week. I thought Morrow's maybe one of the best games of his career came last week in that loss, And he was in on some plays this week as well. So, and your second leading tackler today, obviously Cleveland Ferrell. So, defense was making some plays, but that rush defense, which was once the lone strength of this Raiders offense, is really missing in action.
Faltering.
Yeah. The other thing I want to key on is, this team, both defensively and offensively, has been very strong in the first 5-10 minutes of games. And, Jets' first drive, 12 plays, 5 minutes, 3 short passes that go long, and Darnold, combined 50 yards on those short passes, go right down the field and score a touchdown. That's when I was like, here we go. And we've seen that now 2 weeks in a row. The Raiders come out, they look to be back to their first quarter selves. And then, ball gets tipped off of Ruggs' hands and it goes for an interception. So it's kind of hard to see, man. We need to get back on track early in these games. But, it was exciting to see another Derek Carr fourth quarter comeback. But I'll be happy if we don't see another one of those. I'd like to be winning these games in the third quarter.
Exactly.
Those
Me too.
4th and 3s.
But you know what I do like? What I am liking, I'm seeing from Derek Carr is what I saw today is Derek Carr is become poised in the pocket.
He's moving.
And yes, he's giving up sacks, but he's not skittish. He's not tapping them feet. Remember, I used to say, like, boy, look how he jump around back there.
Them happy feet.
He's just poised. He's back there. He's surveying the field, and while that pocket is collapsing around him, he's making that last minute throw. Mm-hmm. If he get hit, but he's making those throws. Whether they get tipped, hey, look, get tipped, bro. At least you're doing it. If you're making at least you're not throwing interceptions and the defensive line is tipping them, you can't avoid that. But you're trying to make the throws. You're standing back there poised, surveying the field, looking through going through your progressions. Derek Carr has impressed me this year, definitely. And for all the shit that I talk about this dude, this is coming from somebody that's been a harsh critic of this guy. He's playing better than he has the last 2 years. Definitely. He's impressed me this year. Even with all the sacks and all the fumbles and, whatever, his miscues and this and that, there have been a lot less of them. And I can honestly say when we step on the field as an offense, I feel confident that we're going to score a touchdown. Yep. And it's up to you as a defense to stop us.
Yep.
Whereas opposed to me not feeling like that before.
And I got a couple points to that because people were scratching their heads like, why did we bring Greg Olsen back? When Carr first came onto this team, he was a baller. He was aggressive. It was Olsen that got his footwork set. It was Olsen that was working with him on his pocket presence, and he comes back now, and we're starting to see Carr settle in. And there's a lot of factors there, right? We started off with the offensive line rolling. It's his third year in the system, but Greg Olsen has a big part of that, Derek Carr's footwork. That's why he brought him back. He's the Derek Carr whisperer. The other thing I want to say about that is a play that stood out to me early in today's game was a play that Carr would not have made the last 2 years. And I think it was right before we go in for our first touchdown. Derek Carr finds Darren Waller on a deep out. It was a 28-yard pass over there on the left sideline. He had space, but there's Jets defenders in the area. Now, Waller found the safe spot in the zone, but in the past, Carr would have shied away from that. He would not have looked at that. He would have seen Jets defenders, even within 5 yards, wouldn't have made that throw. Now, that's a throw Carr makes 4 or 5 years ago, but during his regression would not have made. He would have opted for a safer, check down. Instead, he throws a freaking laser beam in there, and it sets up the go-ahead touchdown. Or sorry, sets up the tying touchdown for the Raiders to go 7-7 right there. So I liked seeing that. Now, one thing I want to key on with this offense, a guy I'm a big fan of, but with reservation, is every time we see Jalen Richard featured in this offense, like predominantly more than a third down back, he fumbles.
It definitely has. That's why when we signed him, I was a little bit confused because of that. I love that he can definitely come through a lot of times, but like Kane said, it was like with Aguilar, it's like there's not a lot of consistency. And that was one of my biggest fears, especially, when they're out there, kicking the ball too, when they're punting the ball. That was always one of my biggest fears, man. And so it definitely does, as we've said before, it gives us the feeling of, well, here we go again. Yeah. Here we go, dropping ball again.
Another bonus we saw today, Derek Carr running a touchdown in, extending over the pylon, and holding on to it.
Oh, yes. Ooh,
you know what? I was like, ain't you tired of doing that shit, bro? He told us. He told us, he said, I would do it every time. And I was like, all I could hear was him saying that when he did it. I was like, all I could hear was him saying, like, I told you I would do it again if I had the opportunity.
He's like, I told you, Kane.
Like, well, at least you held on, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
He did that for you, Kane. He was like, I'm going to do this for you, Kane. Yeah. I'm going to run it and just hold it out there a little extra to the left.
Yeah. Dare I say we missed Corey Littleton this week. I'm looking at the plays here, things I have highlighted. A lot of these big gashes on the ground came off the end, came off the left end. You know why? Because the speed at the linebacker position is not there. Kwiatkowski's nice. He doesn't have the speed. He makes up for it with the angles. But we need that sideline to sideline linebacker. Corey Littleton got a little bit more speed, able to lead the defense there, not always making the tackles. So we missed that. The ends were killing us today. And I'm not putting that on Crosby. I'm not putting that on Klee. When they're stretching these rushes out to the side, these defensive ends are getting trapped on the inside. And that's our linebacking crew that needs to be there. That's Jonathan Abram also that needs to be there. So both Littleton and Abram missed today when it came to the edge.
And it's a little bit of aggression, too.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of over-aggressiveness, too.
Yeah.
I think they play it. I think, and I saw this today. I was like, oh, you know what? They playing on our over aggression. All they do is let us rush up, and they just rush forward.
We did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But luckily, our pass rush got there today. But yeah, I agree with you with that.
Yeah, we were blitzing a lot today, but when you don't got Abram in there, it gets a little rough. I'm liking Morrow on these blitzes, man. Morrow's got the speed to get down there, and I'm liking that. He's looking good on these blitz calls. So I love that. I love that. Shout out to Good Dog. Take care, man. He says he's taking off. Those are some of the big plays that I had. Oh, here I got more, but those are the ones that really stood out to me. And I know the Ruggs play is going to go down as the play of the game, but that 38-yard catch and run for a touchdown by Darren Waller, that was huge. That was huge.
Yeah, D-Wall definitely. I will say D-Wall definitely, in my personal opinion, gave Carr that confidence again, man, to start slinging the ball out there, man. That's why he would, that's why he basically connected with Ruggs at the end, man. Because if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for D-Wall saying, like, check it out, look, I could get out here, man, and I'm not as fast as your fastest dude on the squad. So go ahead and let it rip, man. And that's why he stood there, man. And like Kane said, man, like, that's the one difference I see with Carr this year as I have with the last couple years, is that he has that confidence, even though we have a dude that can miss his assignment, and all of a sudden we have a back right there just, taking up that last minute block to give you that last little nanosecond, quarter second, whatever it is, to go ahead and just to be able to jump up and throw it or whatever it is.
Yep.
I appreciate that, man. I really do, because DC, same thing, man. Like Kane said, I'm one of his biggest critics, but that doesn't mean I want him to fail. I want him to succeed.
Yeah.
And he's definitely proved that he can succeed.
And now Darren Waller, a guy that's too big for safeties, too fast for linebackers, demands a double team. But you got a guy that's too fast for everybody on the other side, Henry Ruggs. And if both of those guys are taken away, you got another safety valve, and Hunter Renfrow and Nelson Aguilar, getting some separation this year. So, there's options now. There's options now. The last year, so wide receiver core was completely depleted, and all we had was Darren Waller and Josh Jacobs. Now, even with all these injuries, we have options, and you love to see that. Let's get back to running the ball next week, though. Trent Brown, come on back. Baby, come back.
We need you, bro. We don't need you on that milk
carton. Next week, we need him, and he don't know how. I'm sure he knows how bad he's needed.
Yeah,
we definitely look. If we just get him back for the playoffs, I'm good with that. If you had to sit out all season to get healthy, bro, because you wasn't conditioned or whatever, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But now let's get you back on the field for at least for the playoffs.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? We need you. The running game misses him the most.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely the most.
Yep.
You know, so.
Yep.
It's hard to move that refrigerator-sized gentleman, man.
Yeah. And you can see it in the play calling. I mean, it's definitely been pass heavy. How many passes did we have this week? It was 47 attempts for Derek Carr. 47 attempts. So that's you know what I'm saying? 25 rushes on the ground, sure, but we'd like to see that number closer to 30, and we'd like to see these drives sustained a little bit longer, so we're not putting the ball in the air so much. But the other guy we need going in the playoffs is you, Raider Kane. I want to thank you for coming on and keeping it real.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, it's been good talking to you. Hey, where's Che at this week? You know, my phone is all fucked up. What's up with Che this week? He's out?
Yeah, Che's out. He couldn't make it. He's dealing with, I don't want to say on air. He's healthy. He's safe.
Yeah, okay.
He's healthy. He's safe. But
that's good. Well, shit, man, I wish everybody well, man. Y'all stay safe, brothers. It was good talking to y'all, man. And, I'll catch up with y'all next week.
Hell yeah. Congrats on that fantasy victory. Sorry, Bobby.
Yeah, it's fine, bro.
Yes, Bobby. It's all good, bro.
It's all right, bro.
I'm in like 8th or 9th. I'm trying to skate into the play. I'm like, hey, I needed to win these last 3 weeks to make the playoffs. So, I don't know. We'll see what's up. I might not even get there.
The way I see it, Kane, you just beat my Yahoo team. Remember? You were talking all this shit about, the only reason. All right. Check it out, pillagers. Kane was talking shit on our league over here, saying, "Oh, that's not really Bobby's team. That's Yahoo's team because Yahoo picked his team. It was auto drafted, blah blah blah." And I was like, "That's cool because you just beat a Yahoo team."
About
bro.
You and Andrea and Heidi, all three of y'all. I was like, "Hey, if you auto draft your team, that's not your team. That's Yahoo's team."
Hey, half of my team is Yahoo team, bro. Right? I was able to pick a couple rounds, and then I had to go to that birthday party, bro, because it was my sister's birthday. I wasn't gonna miss that, but half of that's my team. All right, as long as I got Jacobs, I was like,
Bobby, it's just fantasy shit talking, bro. It's all love. It's just fantasy football shit talk.
Hell yeah, I love playing with y'all, dude. I mean, I ain't good, but I love being a spoil sport. Just messing it up for everybody. That's my goal. My goal is just basically like if you're gonna place good and go into the playoffs, I want to make sure that you get like someone messed up because I totally messed up your points or whatever. So that's the way I play it.
All right, guys.
Man, do you know I'm the fourth highest scoring point person in the league, and I'm in 8th place. We got a pretty tight league. I like this league. We need to keep it together. I like it.
Hell yeah, it's fun.
I keep going through the points every week. I'm like, damn, I'm the 4th highest scoring motherfucker in the league, and I'm in 8th place. It's like this is a pretty competitive league, so it's all good. It's all good.
Hell yeah.
All right, brother.
But it's good, brothers. I'll talk to y'all next week, man. I know y'all got the rest of the show to do, so good to talk to y'all, brothers, man.
Hell yeah, man. Peace out.
Take care, Kane.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, that was a great call. Solid. Always good to have Raider Kane on, man.
Hell yeah, man. He's definitely sobers me up a lot, man. Because I'm usually, up here and high and damn near to the level of a Raider homering over here, like hella hard, bro. But he reminds me, man. He keeps me cool. He keeps me on a level. We need Kane, bro.
Yeah, he's got a great balance. I mean, big Raider homer, big Raider fan through and through, born and raised, but is able to separate from that and call it as it is, and that's why we love him. Foundational piece of the show, co-founder of the Pillaging Podcast with myself. So shout out, Kane. We love you bigly.
Hell yeah.
Don't think that just because he's not on for both segments of the show that he is the show. You know what I'm saying? It's just geographical. That's the only reason for it. If he could be, he'd be in the studio every week with us. So we love you, brother.
That's right. And he hustles, yo. So he got to get up early.
Yeah.
Like before I do, man. Like he's out there, waking up the roosters to wake everybody up.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's Kane right there, bro.
Hardest working man in Raider Nation.
Hell yeah.
Shout out. Speaking of which, let's take a break because we're working really hard over here. And I need to use the bathroom.
Ooh, that's right. I just already went to the bathroom, bro.
For real?
Yeah, I have a dog, because Bobby Boy's with me, so I have one of his poo bags. So I just let it rip in there, bro.
That's enough.
I got to toss it out the window, bro.
All right, we'll see you guys on the other side. We out you.
Peace.
What's up, everybody? Chill. What needs to be said that hasn't already been said? Well, that's up to you guys because we're going to the phone lines right now. I'm going to get through a few of these voicemails, and then I'm going to open up the phone line. We had like 1 million voicemails. I'm going to try to get through all of them, but when we go to the live calls, that could take up some time. I'm looking at these calls right now. None of them are particularly very long, so I think we'll be all right. So let's go to this one. This is from Unknown. It's from Colorado.
Good morning, fellas, from beautiful Colorado.
G-Paw Raider. You know, I'm so happy to hear his voice right now. Let's go.
Awesome.
Let's go.
This is G-Paw, and I was just calling to say, with that fiasco this past weekend, we need to all give Derek Carr some support, even though he sucked. Let's ride high with the Raider Nation. Come on, RN 4L. Just win, baby.
That's right. And he called back here. Let's see.
Hey, it's G-Paw again. Sorry the dogs rushed in here. I just wanted to say, I'm not saying Derek Carr is a great quarterback. I just think he's a quarterback that we need to keep. He is doing good enough for us. Will get us back on track, I believe. Thanks for listening. G-Paw out.
You know, I think Derek Carr is well above average quarterback. I think we've seen what it takes for him to succeed. He definitely needs a well-rounded supporting cast to succeed. Most quarterbacks do, so that's not a knock on him. But let's take him out of the conversation of an Aaron Rodgers who seems to just make it happen no matter who's out there, wide receiver every year, right? There's levels to this whole thing. And Derek Carr's definitely up there. You know, there's a lot of teams that would take Derek Carr, and we're happy to have him. We very critical of him when he's down, but we've seen the last 2 weeks, it's aberration for this season and highly dependent on all these injuries in the rotating line at the blind spot, which is the right tackle position for the for the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's all right. It's all right. You can say, dude,
for the Oakland Raiders.
Look at that. The hot says it right here, bro. It says Oakland.
That's right.
Gee, I had to wear it today, bro, because I wanted to give props.
And I think it was last week one of the announcers slipped up and called on the Oakland Raiders too. I was like,
That's right. They did.
Not the only one.
Yeah, no, dude, definitely, man. Carr definitely has shown that he, as much crap and criticism as we can throw his way, he definitely has shown that he is no Joe Walrus, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Just remember that, Raider Nation. We had Joe Walruses, bro. So
No.
we could keep going back to that formula of trying to keep getting a quarterback every year and, you know, roll the dice and hopefully this one works out.
Yeah.
But no, dude, DC, you know, the supporting cast has definitely gotten that much more better, which, you know, helps everybody out, man. It's a group effort. It's not an individual. DC can only do so much.
Hey, man, I've been here for all of it. I've been here for Jim Plunkett. I've been here for Jay Schrader. I've been here for Steve Berline. I've been here for Dante Culpepper. I was here with Marinovich. I was there when they drafted Jamarcus Walrus. I mean, I've seen it all. Hostetler. I've seen the good. I've seen the bad. I saw Aaron Brooks, right? We were excited when we signed Aaron Brooks. That's how bad shit was back then. This next call is coming from the 505, the chili capital of the world, one of my favorite places in this great nation, New Mexico. Yeah, Albuquerque. It's pretty fire out there. I could eat until I die out there. It's just that amazing. This call comes from JFB, longtime friend of mine, longtime friend of Pillaging Just for Fun, the blog before the podcast. Every time I'm in the 505, I try to hang out with JFB. And shout out to JFB, who earlier today sent a $51.50 donation. He went full $51.50, and he says, "I want to found." What did he say specifically? Let me get this right. He says, "I want a PJFF foundational brick with my name on it." JFB, you gave me a great idea. You gave me a great idea about that. You're gonna see your name on a brick. You're not going to be the only one. That's all I'm going to say about that. Stay tuned. Going to be a little while. Stay tuned for Pillaging Podcast foundational bricks, donor bricks on the show with your name on it.
That's right. We're working on our masonry skills right now.
That's it.
Freemasonry skills.
So if you guys don't know, JFB stands for Just Fire Baby. You can catch JFB doing some. He does some play-by-play calls, man. There's an alternative like stream that you can listen to as you watch games. He's been on that. We're going to talk about that a little bit more when I have a chance to bring him on. And when I know he's doing one, we'll pump that. He's an incredible bettor. I'll say that. This guy knows betting lines like it's insane, and it's no surprise. He's like an accountant or something. He did something with money and numbers. I'm too stupid to understand. This guy knows. He's smart.
Yo.
And he brings the fire.
If you do good at betting, you like some sort of genius when it comes to numbers, man. That's all I got to say.
This guy's killing it, man. This guy's killing it. So buckle in, because I know this phone call is going to be a wild one. It's going to be hot takes. It's going to be all over the place. You're going to love it.
Hey, his name ain't Just Fire Baby for nothing, right?
Exactly.
Do it.
What's going on, Pillaging people? JFB calling in a couple hours before kickoff. Whew, weird one. Doesn't feel like we have a whole lot to win today. Obviously a football game, but as in the article on the Pillaging website I read, basically we just got to beat the Colts and the Dolphins and one other team. We got a few in there, so we got some bullets. Sure the fuck don't want to expend one on a winless-ass funky team, but it's a funky game, just going to be funky.
Yeah.
And these are the type of games, the first thing that...
And it was funky. Again, this is pre-game. It was funky. Let's hear what he said. Let's see if he gets the Chase Radama sound effect. Let's see how many times he hits it on the head.
Ooh.
That's one.
Jumps out to me when I look at it. Derek Carr cap hit, $21.5 million in 2020. The highest two Jets combined. It's like 18.3. Derek Carr is making more money than the highest two players on the Jets. So, he's going to be the MVP at the bank tomorrow out of everyone. But we need him to be at least the HNFIC today. You don't have to be great. You just got to go. The Jets don't got to fucking win. So all kinds of teams have went in there. I'm sure people were beat up. I'm sure running backs were hurt on some teams. It's the NFL. So, and they went in there, probably didn't do their best, but you got to have the big moments. You got to be that dude. End of halves. You could be struggling. Your defense gets like a turnover deep in there. Zip, 2 plays, touchdowns. Fuck y'all. You got to be that dude just to seize the opportunity, seize the win, and fucking just win, baby, right?
Yep.
Ain't that what we do?
Yep.
So I feel like we're going to get it. We'll see how it comes out. I might call in afterwards. I'm thinking a funky game, a boring game, some bad football, but Raiders 17-10. Let's go.
All right. A little off there. Get the win. It wasn't a boring game. It was definitely a funky game. So I'll give you that. JFB, call in more often, man. You got to give Pete a run for his money. Give him some competition, bro.
He definitely at least got the one possession correct, though. It wasn't like a 2-possession thing. It was at least a 1 possession. So
yeah,
it was pretty close.
Shout out to Quinn for the $9.99 donation in Super Chat. He says this is his Pillaging foundational brick layaway payment. Hey, thank you. And more on that later. I think you're on that wall. I think you're going to be on that wall.
That's right, yo. I want to bust out with my Kmart smock.
And I will say, it's lastly, this is an idea that came to my mind today. So this is a ways away from actually happening. This probably won't happen till the end of the season. We're going to, again, remodel the studio, reposition a lot of things here, get some new graphics, get some new animations. It's going to be a whole new look. That's all thanks to you guys, the donors. We want to give back, but I want to give myself a disclaimer. I have a pretty big list of the people that have donated and what they've donated. It's hard for me to track that in YouTube. So when these bricks start going up on a wall right behind us, if you don't see your name there, just let me know. We're going to get you on there, okay? And we're probably going to build it slowly. So don't expect to see everybody's name day one. It's going to happen.
So don't rush us with all the receipts, yo.
Yeah. But send the receipts. Let me know. Because, man, I'm just a regular dude. I get stoned. I forget, okay? So let me know.
Yeah, that's what happens when you hang out with Bobby over here. Mm-hmm. I make sure that you forget everything that you're supposed to do. So that way you at least have a good time for those, 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. We're going to go down to Mr. Oceanside here, see John Fish. He's always got the good beers popping off. He's got 2 calls, one's short, one's a little bit longer. You never know what kind of frame of mind Fish is in, so this will be fun.
What's up, fam? See John Fish down here in Oceanside. I don't want to take too much time. I was just putting together something about how I wasn't sure if Adam Gase or Ryan Tannehill back in the day were owning us every single time. Every single time. And then I had to kill that thought. I think I just lost my chorizo.
He lost his chorizo in that call. But, you know. So that was it. That was it from C. John Fish. The same area code. I thought it was him. I was an entertaining call, man.
Hey, man. These games, that's what happens, bro. When they come down to it, bro, you might lose your chorizo, bro. You never know, man. That's why you got to smash that like button.
That's why you got to, if you ever lost your chorizo, smash that like button. You know, even if it was just a little leaky, you know, a little water. You know? Let's go over here to Raider Wop.
Holy fucking shitballs, Batman, that game was nuts. It's Wop. Holy fuck, man.
Wop might be leading off the show again with that quote right there.
Yes.
God. That defense did absolutely nothing for us all game, just getting obliterated. And, oh, what a beautiful play by Ruggs, man. I mean, say what you want. It was a fucking tight game. It was horrible to watch at times. But, God, what a win. You just got to be thankful for the wins. I am, fuck, last week was embarrassing. This week was starting to look the same exact way. They made it happen. It wasn't beautiful at all. It was actually really fucking ugly. But fuck me, man. I am just glad that game is over. I feel like I just got found not guilty for doing 25 to life or some shit like that. Like, once they read it, I was like, oh, thank God. Whew. That was too much for the old ticker, man. My shit stopped a couple times, but whew. Good win. Let's go Raiders. I need to go take a nap now because I'm fucking, hope you guys are doing well. Wapo out.
Yeah, Wop sounds like he just spent it. Good takes there, Wop. It was really good to hear you that ecstatic. No thunder this week, which is good. Quinn says in the chat, it was worth it being so close just to have Ruggs game-winning go route. I don't disagree. That was exciting. But you bring that same energy into next week against the Colts, you ain't going to have a chance to win. You ain't going to have a shot. You better get on them early, and you better stay on it because the Colts are scoring points every week.
Yeah, that pressure definitely got to come up from the line right there because we all know, we've all seen it.
Yeah.
Once Phillips gets flustered, he starts making all sorts of mistakes. So.
And that's the good thing, right? It does not take much to rattle Phillip Rivers. It doesn't take much.
Not at all, dude.
You know?
And that's why when we were making our predictions at the beginning of the season, before the season, I was like, yeah, we're going to handle it because why? Because we know him already. He's going to have a cast that he doesn't know nothing about and blah, blah, blah. That's definitely changed, but it's still the same Phillips Rivers. You shake him up, he's going to collapse all up on his own. Yeah. That's it. And it's been certified. We've seen it numerous times.
Yeah. John needs to show the footage of Phillip Rivers calling out our defense and laughing at the line of scrimmage. That's what he needs to show this week. Clee, watch that footage and put this guy's ass in the dirt, man.
You know what? I want to see Clee and Crosby just having a meeting at the quarterback every time. So that way that what was it? That one little gif can pop up in my head every time. Salt, salt, salt. Salt and pepper's here in the backfield. And they in effect.
For
That's
real.
what I'm trying to see.
Yeah. I want to see I want to see Lucille in there getting in that face, bro. I want to see Lucille get a sack next week.
Dude, I could definitely see her doing that, yeah.
You know Lucille hates the shit out of Phillip Rivers. You just know it.
Well, not only that too, but she saw his ass all the time down there. Fucking down in San Diego and shit, and then in LA, she was down there. She was controlling that area. So she could definitely put the fear of God into that child.
I want Clee and Max to remove Phillip Rivers' ability to have another child. That's what I want. You've had enough, bro. You've had enough.
Way too many, man. He has his own squad right there, bro. I think he could own a team now, bro. He has his own team that he can own, basically.
You know, I don't know if you believe in nature or nurture or, you know, what school of thought you belong to. But with Phillip Rivers being as much of a crybaby as he is, I don't want to step foot in that household. It's got to be so goddamn annoying, dude. Those babies probably don't shut the fuck up all day long.
Oh, man. It's
that Cry Me a Rivers gene, bro.
It's going to be a whole lot of crying and a whole lot of like weird swears. It's going to sound like a bunch of like Flanders up in there, dude. Just like a bunch of diddlies and doodlies and who knows what the hell else, bro.
Let's go over to the 209. I believe this is J-Rob.
Hey guys, it's J-Rob. First off, I just want to let you guys know this is the most pissed off I've ever been over a win.
Ooh.
Are you fucking serious? This is an 0-11 team and you got to pull some shit out like that to get a W? It's fucking embarrassing. Right? And also, who in the world the fuck decides to run out the ball or run out the clock in the end of the third quarter? Especially when you're starting fucking running backs out. You got two linemen because one of them either has chronic COVID or chronic diabetes. I don't know which one the fuck it is. This is embarrassing.
Hold on. First off, I want to say, J-Rob, you're my spirit animal right now, okay? I'm holding back. This is exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. But the reason why I stopped it is because Google Translation has you saying you got two linemen because one of them either has chronic cocaine or crack diabetes. And,
yes. I remember when I had crack diabetes.
You know?
Dude, my sugar levels would run wild, bro. They like spike up and then just like fall asleep real quick.
You're eating those sugar-coated crack puffs. That's why. Let's keep it moving, J-Rob. I love it already.
I love Google Translate.
I'm glad they pulled it out, but like all that did was give hope for later on in the year when, if you look at that game we just put out, like we have no business even having that. So, anyway, you guys have a good night. This is fucking stupid.
Hey, well said, man. Like I said, I'll take it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it was one of those fugly wins, bro. It's like when you go to the bar and it's like last call and it's like whatever's there. It was one of those type of wins, bro. It's like that win was just hanging out right there, last call, trying to get picked up, and you're like, well, I don't want to lose, so I'll just get this win right here. Let's go, win. We're going home.
Sal Salazar with the $9.99 donation. Pillaging. He says he has to take care of an emergency. He'll be back on next week. Take care. Be safe, Pillaging fam. Sal, man, I hope everything's okay. I don't know if the salsa fountain exploded or if something even more serious than that. I really hope everything's all right, Sal. So please reach out. Let me know. Send me a text. Let me know everything's okay, dude. I'm concerned. Well, I've had some off-air conversations with Sal. He's a solid dude. Solid dude. I can tell his family's awesome too.
Nice.
Let's see here. We got the 360.
Being a Raiders fan means.
I think I heard the intro to the show already, Doug. I don't know why, but I think I just heard the intro right there.
I don't know where this is going, but I like it. All right, let's go.
Do it.
Being a Raiders fan means being subjected to what might be the two most confusing weeks and misleading weeks in football that I've seen in a long time. Kenny J.K., Brother Wasabi. Kane, sorry. Brother Wasabi, what's up, Pillagers? This is Pete. I'm not going to mince words here. That game was pretty fucking disgusting. And can't lie, I know we got away with the W, but at the end of the day, I don't feel good about this, man. I don't feel good about this. It is what it is. You know, we've had some injuries. I know we've had some, so-and-so. And I really think that we're keeping Josh Jacobs and Mr. Abram, Mr. Trent Brown off the squad today because we want to save them for more important games, which I could completely understand. But at the same time, called in last week, and I kind of alluded to this, is the way Mr. Gruden's been acting and the way play calling's been going along with the defense. Our defense fucking sucks, but just something about play calling and separation from coach and staffing and like what Derek Carr's doing. Something's fucking spooky here, man. Like, I'm real spooked out. Not going to say I'm terrified. Not going to say, oh, God, it's tragic. But there's something weird going on that I really don't appreciate. And by the way, I am joining the cult of Raider-Roo from now on within the fired Gunther fucking pantheon. I propose that we approach Mr. Raheem Morris if he does not get the head coaching job of the Atlanta Falcons with a fucking blank check and tell him, go. We're going to keep on that Paisan, Mr. Marinelli, but Mr. Morris, come on by. It's pretty fucking disgusting. By the way, the fact that we had a narrow win over the Jets, it feels like a defeat.
Yeah.
There's no MVPs. There are no garbage fucking can players of the week this week because, I don't know, man. I would give it to Darren Waller. I would give it to Trayvon Mullen, who's probably one of our top 3 defensive players, but this is just bad. By the way, I hope to see you guys on at 7 tonight. And I'm really relieved that Raiders Twitter makes me doesn't feel like an alcoholic when I start drinking at 11 a.m. So, late, guys. Love y'all. See y'all later.
Great call, Pete. I love you too. You keep alluding to something weird going on. Call back next week. I want you to drill down, be a little bit more specific about that because I feel it too, but I want to hear your thoughts on it. And I think you're right. I think something strange is going on. For me on the offense, I really think it's as simple as not having Trent Brown there because, like I said, the bread and butter of this team is running off that right side. And I think him and I think Gabe Jackson is playing very hurt right now. And I think that leads into it. Gunther's been blitzing a little bit more, but still not effective. It's still not effective. And the timing of these blitzes is questionable. So call back. Let me know more about that because I think there's something really interesting there. I think you're just hitting the tip of it, though. Let's go to the 303, man.
Kenny, Che, Kane,
what
Bobby
up?
Wasabi. Oh, my God, dude. Every fucking week. Jesus, Louise. Where do I fucking start? Well, they didn't say just win, baby. And that not be our fucking... whatever you call it, our rallying cry. But anyways, Carr, 381 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. You knew after he missed that throw to Aguilar in 4th and 3, he knew that was a bad pass. He redeemed himself to Ruggs. Defense gave up over 200 yards, fucking awful, but holy smokes. 1 beautiful pick by Trayvon Mullen, who's coming on. Love the fucking kid. And how about getting Pharrell back? Everyone beats on fucking Pharrell.
Huge.
2 sack, fumble, and we both got the recovery. We don't win without Pharrell and Mullen. And then, how about Ruggs? Redeems himself. Drops the pass, goes right through his hands. That was the reason why Carr had a pick. Fumbles the ball, but he redeems himself. Gritty win. Just win, baby. Never fucking apologize for a dub. This is 303 Raider, and I'm out!
Ooh, bring a fire, 303.
I'm finished off strong right there.
Super fire, man.
Love it.
Wow. Like that. I'm going to run through a wall right now. Okay, so... All right, so this next call is coming from the 408. That's where we're at. We're in the 408 right now. Actually, really quick, before I move on, what's the update on that Sunday night game?
I think the whatchamacallits won. The whatchamacallits over the Who's-Its.
Yeah, the Chiefs win 22-16. Denver didn't do shit in the second half. What did I tell you, Bobby? I mean, we knew it. It's not about me. You knew that too.
Of course, man. I mean, I think John Elway was out on the field. That's why he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take over quarterbacking duties, and he just ran out there, bro. Mm-hmm. And that's why they didn't do shit.
Mm-hmm. Really quick, I gotta just address this in the chat. They're saying, "Oh, we brought back Cable. Why not bring back JDR in terms of defensive coordinator?" If you guys haven't listened to the show for a while, then maybe you don't know, or if you haven't dug deep in the articles, because this stuff didn't really come forefront, but it was put out there. A lot of people dismissed it as myth and rumor. I'm here to tell you that all of it was true. Jack Del Rio, while he turned this team around in the beginning, left this Raiders team in shambles and was a straight up cancer at the end of his career with the Raiders. Straight up locker room cancer, the way he divided this team in the locker room. I'm not going to reset the whole story. Go back, listen to it, go back and read about it. Jack Del Rio, hell no, he is gone, and I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, we can. There's definitely greener pastures once we moved on from JDR. So
yep.
Yeah, never look back.
No.
Nope.
No. Plus, it would just be weird, man. You're in the same room with the guy that took your job. I'm not doing that, man. Anyways, let's. So this next call from the 408 is from Juice. You know, he told me, "Don't play this call. I'm rambling. I'm all over the place. What do you think?" Do I play it, Bobby?
It sounds like me, bro. So play it.
All right, let's go.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
What's up, nation? It's Juice,
What up?
King Che, and big old badass Bobby Wasabi. What's really going on, guys?
Google Translate says Candy Cane Che. Fuck you, Google.
I'm telling you, this team is literally fucking killing me. They're taking years off my life. I take pills for high blood pressure, and this shit isn't helping.
I don't know what the context of that was, but Alex in the chat just said, I'm glad Che's gone. Well, guess what, Alex? Now you're gone, and we're very happy about that. Go fuck yourself.
Boom.
Only the Raiders can make a win feel like a loss. And it was exciting. We won, and, it was magic at the end. But really, it took a fucking miracle to beat an 0-11 team. Jesus. And the question is, do we play down to their level, or is perception reality? Is that who we really are? Well, we even fucked up the kickoff with 5 seconds left. It's getting ugly out there, guys. And you guys know I'm on record as a car guy. I'm a car guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled off another comeback, and he had 381 yards and 3 touchdowns, and that interception wasn't even his fault. But somehow it feels like he played like shit. It feels like he played like shit, especially in the first half. Why? Why does it feel like that? And not having Josh Jacobs hurts. True. But I think reality is starting to set in with our offensive line. Reality's caught up to them. We had Jacobs last week, and it didn't really help. I think we had him this week. It still wouldn't help. And that's part of the problem with Carr today. The pocket's crumbling, and you know how he acts when that happens, and he should have ran a couple times. It's getting ugly. And last week, I called in and I said, Ruggs needs to be more than a decoy. Well, up until about 5 seconds left in the game, I thought he needs to go back to being a fucking decoy. Shit's killing me, dude. And we need a consistent wide receiver real bad. And why is it that Renfro is only open on third down? We need to fix a few things on offense for sure. I don't want to get cut off this week, so I'm going to get right to it. The MVP, Waller, and it's not even close. 200 fucking yards. How many touchdowns? Forget about it. Honorable mention goes to Renfro. And honorable mention pretty much go to Renfro every week. That's just how he is. And also to Greg Williams for not having safety help over the top in that last play. Anyway, the Reggie Nelson trash can player of the week goes to John Gruden.
Oh, wow.
For $11 million a year against an 0-11 team, and you can't get your team up for this? And I know our motto is just win. But fuck, can we win big one time? What happened at the end of the game is why Fat Andy never takes his foot off the gas. Meanwhile, we're trying to run out the clock in the third quarter. And our honorable mention for the trash can goes for the defense. And I know the whole defense. And I know turnovers, we got a couple turnovers, and our offense scored 10 points off them, which was awesome. But other than that, they look like shit. And that's how it felt. Big play, and then they play like shit. A big play, they play like shit. So we gave up over 200 yards rushing. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Our linebackers look like shit. Our secondary is shit. And I know injuries or whatever, but it's just bad over there. Bottom line.
He's going to continue. I just want to say, you're flying all over the field, Juice. I don't think you're rambling. I think this is a good call. You're living on the margins, though, man. You got some wild takes. I'm not going to say you're wrong because you're backing them up. But you're out there. So Bobby, you got to hit him with that fireball, man.
Ooh, right there. Bam.
Hot takes. Hot, man. Juice is hot right now. Under the collar.
I know I said I didn't want to get cut off, and it happened anyway. Fuck my life. That's a Raider fan right there. Being a Raider fan is not easy. You even get cut off calling into a Raider show. Anyway, guys, the bottom line. This shit's not going to cut it. We have 3 home games coming up, and hopefully we get Jacobs and Abram and maybe even Trent Brown back. We're out of excuses. We got to beat Indy. We got to beat the Porpoises. That's it. I don't know. Keep it sexy, Raider Nation. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
All right, brother. Peace, man. Good call, Juice. That wasn't nearly as bad as you described it. That was a great call.
No, yeah. It wasn't rambling, honestly, man. It was just a lot of, like you said, that's the reason why he got the hot take right there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us will look at a lot of stuff with silver and black glasses and be like, nah, it's cool, this and that. But, there was a lot of inconsistencies, that's for damn sure. I like his take for the trash can player of the week because Rue and I were talking about it last week, and we're like, what the hell's going on with the play calling?
Yeah.
And it's funny that he brought up the same thing that you brought up about, okay, cool, let's just run down the clock in the third quarter. I kid you not, bro. I had to look again, and I was like, wait, what? We still have a whole quarter left. Why the hell are we playing like this?
Yeah.
Like, I literally thought I thought I was passing out or something, because I was definitely puffing the whole time I was watching this game. And I was like, oh, man, I'm starting to fall asleep. And I was like, wait, no, I still have a whole quarter left. What the hell are they doing, bro? Why are you taking off the foot off the gas, man? So, nah, that wasn't a lot of rambling. That was definitely spot on point right there. So I could definitely see where he was going with that, dude.
Yeah, no, I see it too. And guys, I'm going to tell you, it's all going to come out after. There's something going on with this offensive line, and John Gruden, he's trying to play away from the weaknesses in this team. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of strengths left when you take away the offensive line. It gets real tricky. And, John's play style, he likes to play safe. And with seeing Derek Carr under that kind of pressure, I think that's why we run out the clock at the end of the third quarter. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. But I think John's trying to be as safe as he can, and still they put the ball in the air 47 times today. John does not want to do that. So there's a reason for it. And I'm very much certain that it's his offensive line. They're banged up right now. And again, shout out to Tom Cable, man. Good call. Good call, Juice. Really good call. So see, even your bad calls, Juice, are good calls. So stop with the disclaimers, bro. 951. We're going to the 951.
Hey, Kenny Che and Bobby Wasabi.
Is this Patrina?
I believe it
I
is.
want to know this is Patrina. I like this already. Let's go. Is this a short call? Which sounds confident, though. I like where this is going.
That's right. No depression in that voice.
No depression, no shakiness. Let's go.
Hey, Kenny Che and Bobby Wasabi. I'm not a number stat fan, but I can follow the conversations. I listen to you guys every week while I drink my 11% Bud Light Readers. I fly my flags no matter what anybody says. I mean, and all those unfaithful fair weather wannabes, they need to just remove the silver and black gear. They don't have a right.
Yeah.
I finally got up enough nerve to call in after Kenny said that he wanted to hear some females out here. I want to thank you guys for keeping us all informed and entertained, and this is PSP Raider out.
PSP Raider, hey, this is a great call, Patrina. Get back in here some more. What is it? It's a lovely voice, number one. You're spot on about these fair weather fans. Hey, get ready for some rough weather out here on the high seas when you're a pirate. You expect a storm, but you still gotta man that ship, still gotta batten the hatches, buckle down, and ride through it, which you do. And for drinking 11% beers, you sound like you're walking a straight line. So I know you're holding your own.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't do 11% beers, man. I'm a lightweight. The only time I ever do that is during the football season. But even then, same thing. I got training camp. Che, he puts me through all these drills, bro. I'm not going to lie, pillagers. We out here in Kenny's backyard. Che be having me do sprints and, chug a beer in between, like every corner. And, it's real work out here, yo. So 11%, that's, yeah, no. And not only that too, but right on with that confidence in that call. No shakiness, nothing like that, yeah.
That was good.
Call again. Call back.
So now you've broken the ice. Now we're expecting you back. You see, it's easy. Let's go to the 559. This is one of the last two calls. I don't think we're open the phone lines today. I got some reservations about that. 559, let's go.
What's going on, my pillaging brothers? It's Central Valley Raider.
With that voice, bro.
Jew.
That was a close one today, guys. Man, I don't know. Our season was on the brink. It was crazy game. So I got a few questions for you guys, and you guys, I'll obviously listen to them when I listen to your podcast. Number one, do you think our cornerback Arnett is too aggressive? Maybe too physical, or just bad luck, man. That guy, he comes in. I mean, I love my DBs, man, or cornerbacks that are aggressive like that. But man, that guy, it seems like the last couple weeks, that guy has been knocked out like a Tyson left hooked him or something. You know what I mean? That dude's laid out. I mean, shit. You know, and I mean, he looks pretty bad. I mean, to have 2 or 3 concussions back to back, that's not good, man. So I don't know. But yeah, that's one question.
So just answer that question before you move on. What I think's happening is Damon Arnett is experiencing life in the NFL. I love the energy. We said it the first time we saw him start for this team. He was flying all around. Is he too aggressive? No, because that boy's going to get some picks. Is he too physical? I think for his frame and what he's capable of and what he's going up against the NFL, I'm going to say yes. Both him and Abram are aggressive. Both him and Abram are getting hurt. Abram's toughness factor much higher than Arnett, and it's not a knock on you, Damon. I like the energy, but let's coach this guy up. Let's tackle from the ground up. Let's square up. Let's get some strength in there. Let's stop bleeding with that helmet. Let's work on the foundational pieces.
Yeah, definitely, yo. Because if anything, he's a young man as well. He's very anxious and happy to be out on that field, so he wants to make every play. He wants to stop every run, every catch, everything. He wants to be out there. He wants to be all over this field. But at the same time, he has to remember that he has to watch out for himself, for his safety. He's no good to the Raider Nation if he's, riding the pine, dude.
Yeah.
If he's just hanging out there on the side,
yep.
What good is that? I don't need that. I don't think he's bad luck. I just think he needs to tone it down. He needs to remember where he's at. He's not playing in college anymore. In college, you said it last time, Kenny. I've heard you say this before, a while ago. You're going up against Brad from, Scottsdale, Arizona or some shit. Just some rando dude that is never going to make an actual NFL squad.
Yeah.
In the NFL, it might be, the worst player, but he's still in the NFL.
Yeah.
He can still hold his own.
Yes.
He's not Brad from Scottsdale, Arizona.
No.
You know what I mean? So you definitely got to be careful out there. So if anything, I think he should talk to Abram.
Yeah.
He should be basically at Abram's hip, hanging out with him and learning from him, because Abram is a perfect example. Look, bro, this is what happened to me. And I was out this whole time.
Yeah.
Not only that, I had a scary moment where it almost happened again.
Yeah.
So tone it down, hang out with Abram. Bam, you got it, bro.
The other guy that needs to be at that table is Trayvon Mullen. All three of them can sit down for a nice salmon dinner and talk about this.
Salmon.
Better
call Salmon.
Because Trayvon Mullen, he can tackle, and he's got a different approach to the game. So I think input from both of those players would be key. I think Bobby hit the nail on the head. What is it going to take? What I do like about Arnett, he gets knocked out last week, comes right back with the same energy, gets knocked out again. Now, I don't like that for his health, but the man's not afraid. And that's going to take you a lot of places in the NFL.
Yeah, that's that definite old school mentality that, hey man, that's what the Raider Nation grew up on, man.
Yeah. Just
some hard hitting mother scooters, yeah.
So you may not be afraid, Damon, but we're concerned, and another guy that's concerned for you is Jay Cali Raider with the $1.99 donation in Super Chat. He says, I'm concerned about another Arnett concussion.
Oh yeah, so am I.
And we are too. So good question. Let's keep going, Central Valley.
Bad luck or just too aggressive or technique. I don't know. The other thing, man, I think today was official that Gunther got to go. We made New York look, like a Super Bowl champ, and we made them look like the Chiefs today. Just couldn't stop the run. We just seemed everywhere, and I know we got the win, and everybody's gonna say, well, we got the win. What are we bitching about? At the end of the day, man, you think if we play like that against a real quality team like the Colts,
yeah,
and anybody else, you think we're going to make it anywhere in the playoffs? Nope. Yeah, we can get to the playoffs, but we're good at there to get whooped up on.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's what I'm trying to talk about, what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, guys, it was a win. A win's a win. I mean, nail biter. I think that's the way they're going to be the rest of the year, man. It just, whoever has the ball last gets that opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead and listen to your show tonight, man. You guys have a good one. Central Valley Raider out.
Hey, thanks for the call. Another 2 weeks in a row, solid call, Central Valley. That last question, I'm not sure if it was a question or a point, but I think we already addressed that one of the previous calls. But I'm glad to see you and I, all of us, we're on the same page. You can't bring that energy against the Colts. It ain't going to get the job done. I don't want to see the rest of these games come down to the wire. I don't want to see whoever's last for the ball is going to win. I want to see the Raiders win a game, win these last 4 games by 2 possessions or more. That's what I want to see. Roll into the playoffs hot. You've had 2 weeks where you faltered. You're going to get some guys back next week. Let's put it back together. Let's get these wheels back on the wagon, and let's roll through these 3 home games. Let's get it done. Let's go into Mile High feeling like we don't need that game to win, but we're going to win just to show you who's in town.
That's right.
That's what I want to see.
Just to show you that win in Cleveland wasn't a fluke in that weather, that DC can pull it off. And I do want to see that as well, man.
Yeah.
Because that did show, like, all right, cool. This cold weather ain't no thing. It could definitely be no thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I was there on a record high temp day, and that sucked. But, that elevation will get you, bro. That elevation will get you. And be careful drinking out there.
At least you weren't square dancing with, Broncos fans.
I was not doing...
That's a weird tailgate, bro.
I was not doing the electric slide next to the guy with the Brian Greasy jersey on. That was not me. I was on the sideline with a beer and a taco, and I was like, this is wild.
You should have documented it, bro, for future fans to see and be like, wow, look, this actually happens.
I tried, and I dropped my phone. SD card corrupted, everything bad.
It just died.
All right, let's go to our final call here from the 813. This is Rob Raider calling out of Tampa. No, that's not Tampa. That's Google Translate fucking me up. Let's hear what he has to say.
Mr. Stapler, Jay, Kane, and that motherfucker Bobby Wasabi.
What's that?
What's up, boys? This is Rob Raider calling out of Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
By way of beautiful Los Angeles, California.
Now I get it.
Well, boys, not a very impressive game today. Hell of a finish. But I don't think we're going to be gaining any respect with this win here. But a couple things I noticed. First of all, welcome back, Cleveland Farrell.
Yes.
God damn.
Indeed.
He really came back and showed us what we were missing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
2 strip sacks, countless fucking plays against the run. Just fucking making it happen, man.
Yeah.
He was a difference maker in this game for sure, man. But that pick by Trayvon Mullen. Well, that shit was sick, man. I'm telling you, I've never seen a guy snatch the ball overhand like that and bring in an interception that contested. I mean, that was a hell of a pick. That's probably top 5 Raider picks I've seen in the recent memory for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, this defense, man, needs a lot of work. I mean, if we go up against a team like a Steelers who's, shit, Ben Roethlisberger, I think he has the ball less than 2 seconds on average per play. He's getting rid of it so quickly. I think we come across an offense like that, we're in big trouble, man. But hopefully, somehow we can get this figured out, get everybody healthy, get that shit right. But how about your boy Waller, man? He's my MVP of the day.
Easy.
That fucking kid is a problem.
You the real
he is
MVP.
a beast of all beasts, man. I'm telling you, I think he's the top tight end in the game because fuck Kelsey. But I really love that kid Waller, man. He had a...
Hey, shout out to Travis Kelsey dying in the first episode of Moonbase 8. Let's go.
I think that was the only time I ever appreciated Travis Kelsey is when he died.
When he fell into a sinkhole in the middle of the desert. Let's go.
Hell of a game. Unreal. And, am I the only one that was praying that Carr didn't die?
Let me rephrase that. Travis Kelsey died by falling into a black hole on Moonbase 8. Let's go.
To that pylon on that touchdown.
No.
And fumbled the motherfucking ball out of the end zone again.
I heard Raider Nation's collective butthole just tighten up on that play. Just went.
Oof. Man, I was so glad he didn't fucking die for that. It was beautiful. All right, but just a couple of things overall. I think this is a good game for us. That kind of win at the end, even though it wasn't a strong game, can propel us and keep us going for the next couple games coming up. We got Dolphins and the Colts, big ones. Those are the 2 we need to worry about. But love the show, boys. Keep it going. This is your boy Rob Raider. I'll holler at you. Knock on wood if you're with me.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bam.
Knock on Formica if you're with me.
Formicas.
Great call, Rob, man. Keep calling in. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good calls all around tonight, huh?
It was awesome, man.
No duds.
You definitely had to use that. I was expecting a lot more thunder and lightning sounds. I'm glad it wasn't too bad, yo. Wop really surprised me. I thought he was in this just straight out, just like, start killing PG up on the phone, dude. Yeah, dude, but right on. It was good. Just one thundercloud call.
Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 games left on the schedule. I'm looking at the schedule prediction right now. You and Kane have us at, Kane has us at 10 wins. You and Shay have us at 11 wins. So you and Shay need us to win out to hit that. I have us at 8 wins. I stayed with my same 8-win prediction. I just shoveled some things around. It does look like the Raiders are going to finish above that. The guy that probably has this on the head is Kane with a 10-win season. That feels about right where the Raiders are sitting and what they look like right now. Will that be enough to get in the playoffs? Bobby, you and I talked about this before we came upstairs. If the Raiders can get to double-digit wins but miss the playoffs, are you going to be somewhat satisfied?
Yes, I am. I honestly could care less about the playoffs. I don't care if we win the next couple games and somehow mathematically we get, squeezed out of the playoffs. I really don't give a damn. What I see is a confident Derek Carr. I see a line that, even though it's been, getting hit and left and right with all sorts of crazy, scenarios and whatnot that we've had to deal with, they, for the most part, have been able to hold it, hold their own. And it's definitely a step in the right direction. The amount of wins that we've been able to get, like I said, man, it definitely looks like it's a day and night team compared to last year.
Yeah.
1 year difference, man. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Even though it came down to the wire against one of the most, or against the worst football team, in the NFL right now, it's still a hell of a lot of a difference compared to last year, man, where we just got our asses handed to us and we had to do that walk of shame.
Yep.
Walk of shame and stand in the rain.
And let me just qualify this. I mean, don't take it the wrong way, guys. Bobby's going to be through the roof if this team makes the playoffs. But where it's looking at right now with the weaknesses we have on defense, some of those blind spots, I don't know that this team makes a whole lot of noise in the playoffs. I mean, the playoffs are reserved for teams that can finish on both sides of the ball. The Raiders show they can't do that. They can get in there and maybe beat a weaker team, but with the seed that we're going to be in, it's going to be a rough road for us. So, if I had to guess, I'd say we're a one-and-done team right now with a puncher's chance of getting a win in there. But what Bobby and myself are saying is 10 wins this year or more, huge step forward for this organization, and also because we don't have to sit here and wonder who our coach is going to be next year, wonder how many of the free agents we have on the squad are going to be retained. Look, the contract situations on this team, airtight. Not a lot of question marks up in the air. John Gruden's going to be back. The system is going to be intact. Paul Gunther got a big question mark over his head. Rod Marinelli's waiting in the wings. There's going to be defensive coordinators that are available to get hired. That's something that could be shored up. The defense can be improved, so it's not going to be like we're losing this valuable piece that's going to set us back. And that's what it looks like to me, that this is actually a team that can and will continue to build year over year. We're seeing improvement year over year. So that's what feels good about that. That's what I'm going to take away. We get the 10 wins. We get the 11 wins. We don't miss the playoff because of mathematics, like Bobby said. You know what? We had a hell of a season, hell of a run, and a lot to look forward to next season. So I hope you guys understand that. Lizette in the chat says she's right there with us. So I just want you guys to understand that.
And I want to remind everybody, too, that you look at the Chiefs, look at the record. They still got that splotch right there. And we did that to them.
We did that
to them. And it's not like, it was like towards the end or whatever that we were the first ones that hit them in the mouth, and we're like, we ain't letting this happen no more. We ain't letting you come into our house, and we ain't going to your house, and you ain't just going to just run shots on us. It's not going to happen. It's not again. We're going to come at you time and again.
Veto and Cali steps up to the table, lays down $14.99 in the super chat and walks away. Doesn't say a damn thing. Veto and Cali, you're a high roller. I like it. I like it.
That's how you gotta do it sometimes, yo.
Yeah.
You just drop La Feria and just be like, bam.
Bam.
Just walk away.
Just let it ride. Let it ride. All right. So with that, man, that's it for this week's show. Bobby, you got anything else to say before we get out of here?
No. I just want to tell everybody to be safe out there.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a whole lot of craziness going out there. And I just want to make sure that my Raider family stays safe.
Yeah, that's it. And again, sending our love and thoughts to Che and his family. Hang in there, guys. I don't know what else to say, man. My words aren't going to make anything better at all. I just want you guys to know that me and Bobby are here. We're riding with you. We're doing the show because of you, bro. It's not, doesn't feel right without you. But it wouldn't feel right not to do it without you either. I know you're out there listening, so we stand with you, and so do the Pillagers.
Yeah, Che, my hair can't do your hair's job, bro. It's nowhere near that market finesse, bro. Because Che got it going on, bro.
If you're wondering why this show sounds quieter, it's because we don't have the volume of Che's hair. We don't have that Vidal Sassoon.
This is a little known fact, but Che almost had that Old Spice commercial. He did, yo, but Troy Polamalu just last minute came in and they're like, you know what? Sorry, this guy has name recognition. Mr. Che, we'll keep your name in the file.
Yeah,
that was it.
Che Swallow Small Brews, man, he's coming on next week. He'll be back, guys, and Big Brews as well. But that's it for this week's show. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. And I gotta stop. Shout out to Jay Cali. $4.99 in the super chat. He says car has a chip on his shoulder for missing the 2016 playoffs. I'd like to see what happens if we get in. Me too, man. Me too. Anyways, once again, that's it for this week's show. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Until next week, keep the wind in your sails and the rum in your mug and pillage on, Raider Nation. This has been a production of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined this week by
Bobby Wasabi
and Che in Spirit. Peace. Go Raiders.
Raiders.
Just win, baby.
Like a freight train coming, you're blowing the town. Like a diesel motor, you never shut down. With your pistons pumping, you're mowing them down. It's a sight to see, they all lay their money down. When you're gone, mama, hell, you ain't acting right. When you're gone, mama, I can still see your eyes. When you're gone, mama, this'll be my last goodbye.